you guys. Happy Friday to you. I hope you guys are having the most amazing day. We have made it to the end of the week, and we are blessed to be able to say, "Hey, we did it. We have accomplished all the things that we need to accomplish in this week, and we're here. It's a Friday. We're blessed. We're grateful. We're in an attitude of gratitude. I got my little cup to remind me be in a grateful state of mind. Be in a grateful state of mind at all times because that's what I practice. But my name is Alexia Sands. Follow me on YouTube and Facebook with Marriage Our Way. Just coming on and giving you a couple of tips and some knowledge on what to expect in your marriage. What does a marriage look like from my perspective? Again, everybody wants this blueprint. I'm here to give it to you. What does it look like to be married for 28 years, and how can you guys be how can you guys work together? How can you guys do everything together? We just do. And, we're here to share it with you. We're here to share it with you. And the things that we see, the things that we go through, we're here to talk about it. And like I said, on Tuesday, I know a lot of people don't want to send me their inboxes in my inbox what's going on, and if you want to talk about it, I get that. So I have to come up with my own things, and I have to go by myself then, I guess. You know what I'm saying? What I go through, and I try to give you the real. And I'm talking about give you the real of from the beginning of time with us to now, you know? So what I came up with that I wanted to talk about this week, and it's so funny. So come on in. I want to ask you guys, what do you think a sexy man looks like? What is sexy about your man that just, oh my God, that just sends you overboard when you're just like, oh my God, that was a that right there turned me on a little bit when you did that, sir. And not just about, we're never gonna try to be inappropriate and talk about the bedroom and things like that, but we want to talk about the normal things that your man do in life that's sexy to you. And I think me and my friends had this conversation because we heard this lady talking about, oh my God, what do you think that's so sexy about your man, a real man? And we're talking about a real man because, we got some boys out here that's trying to be men, or some men out here that's faking and trying to act like they got something just to get with you. And then when you get them, is what? Where's this guy that I met when I met you at the bar when I was out here, and when you was out here selling greatness, and it ain't nowhere near what you was selling, sir. What's going on? So I made a couple of notes about this thing because I thought it was hilarious, and I thought it was a good talk. What do we think is sexy about our man? I can tell you a lot of things was sexy about my man, and that's the reason why I'm with him, because my husband has always been a man's man. He is a take charge. He knows what to do when something goes wrong guy. That's sexy to me. That when you don't have to think like, oh my God, this happened. Oh my God, this broke. My husband knows, oh, he go gets his tools and he goes and fix that thing right away. That's sexy to me. Oh, I need gas in my car. You don't just let me sit around and I got to go get the gas all the time. Oh, my husband is putting gas in the car. Or when I see my friends, men out here, oh, my friend's car might, she thought it was so great that her husband, oh my God, he's putting air in the tire. He's making sure that I'm good before I go to work. We're talking about all these things. That's sexy for your man to think about something before you can even think about it. Oh, something goes wrong in the house. You ain't sitting around with me and looking at me, and we looking at each other like, what we gonna do? Uh, this broke, husband. You're the leader. Why are you looking at me, and why am I looking at you, and why I got to get up and go figure it out? And in some situations that's what it is. But In actuality, that woman is looking at you like you're her Superman. You are her hero. And she's like, that is sexy when my man can go take charge and go handle that. And I don't have to break my brain and think about who is gonna do this for me and who is gonna do that. And I gotta go out and um I gotta go and recruit another man to come in your house to take care of something that you might just know how to take care of. And we have these men that are young boys, they're out here, and you just got to put it out there. Weed is more important in their life than anything. So, smoking weed is what I got to get to and what I go to. And you just have to sit on the sidelines until I'm done with that. And then I'll come and do whatever I need to do for you then. You know, we got to be grown in this life. And I'm not saying, look, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I went too far with that, because it's not fair, Alexia. Your husband is not a weed smoker. Your husband don't play video games, so it's not fair for you to sit here and talk about a man that smokes weed and plays video games all day. That's not fair for you to say, because I actually love my man. And maybe you see that sexy. So forgive me from running my mouth too much and saying that's not sexy for me, but it might be sexy for you. So that's why I say this is marriage our way. Whatever works for us in our marriage is what works for us. I can't sit here and down that man. If you allow that as a wife, or if he's okay with that as a man, and it works for you, then it works for you. It just wouldn't work for me. And or maybe it wouldn't work for me, and it's just not what I'm used to. I'm used to a man that takes charge, a man that can't hardly sleep at night because he's trying to figure out, hey, where we going in the next level of this marriage. A man that's, I need you to write down what you got to pay and what's coming out your account at this time so I can make sure you're covered. That's sexy to me. That's what I'm used to. What's coming out of your account at this time? And I want to make sure that you're not going to be overdrafted, because I need to make sure that you're good. Makes my ear tingle. It's just like, oh my God, those are words that just, nobody could ever told me that I would be dealing with. Sometimes when we don't have to figure out everything, it's good to know that your man has you and he's figuring some things out as well as you are figuring it out. You don't have to figure out. Why would you have a marriage and you have to figure out everything? What exactly do you think he's there for? If you just need somebody, or you just don't like to be alone, is the reason why you put up with what you put up with. Sometimes we just put up with what we put up with just to say we have a piece of a man. And that ain't what marriage is about. Marriage should be about a man and a woman getting together and merging that thing together and trying to work that thing the best that they can. The best that they can. You get together and, okay, this is, you court for a little while, and then before you get into a marriage, what are your goals? You got to ask that person, what are your goals? What are we trying to accomplish here? And before we even get married, how do you see this thing going? You gotta talk these things out. Am I supposed to pay with this bill or that bill? Get that stuff situated before you get in a marriage, because just because you get those papers, then everything all of a sudden changed. That boyfriend and girlfriend just went away. You were in a marriage before then, really, but once sometimes those words or that certificate gets laid in your hand and things all of a sudden change. Then you're binded together. Then you're in a stuck situation where, oh my God, I have a piece of paper now. We're legally bounded. So that means I can act a fool, and what's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine. And then you get to acting crazy, and that's not how, whatever you were doing before and it was working for you as boyfriend and girlfriend, don't wait until you get that paper to start acting a monkey fool and then start acting out of character, and you just plumb forgot how it was when you were courting each other. It doesn't make sense. So let me get back on what we think is sexy about a man. You know, I wanted to give you something funny because, again, everybody always say, Fred and Alexia, you guys are like goals. Oh my God, I want what you have, how you have it. What you want, what we have, how we have it now, because you don't want to skip the steps. I always tell people that, when you're fantasizing about a person's life and they've been together for a long time, you got to think about what those people went through, because don't ever think that we ain't went through some stuff. Don't you ever think that we haven't went through some stuff that you have gone through or other people have gone through. Don't look at people relationships as they're perfect, because behind those four walls, sometimes it goes down. So you can't skip the steps. And when I say the steps, meaning when me and Fred got together, we were a young couple. We met at Fort Valley. We got together after college, after he was done with college and everything. And we got married and we started living with each other. Okay, so we were a young couple. We worked and we had children. Sometimes, that money don't add up, and then you can't pay that light bill on time. Then the lights get cut off. But see, me, I have a manly man. Or am I just talking to myself, or nobody else has gone through this? Okay, whatever. So the lights get cut off. We ain't sitting there looking stupid. My husband gets up. He goes, right. This was back when you could cut the lights back on yourself. My husband would get up, because we got a home now. It's nice. But them lights got cut off back then. Young children. He gets up. He goes right back out there. He goes into that little box and he cuts those lights back on. And we rolling until, okay, we got a little bit. We don't bought us a little bit more time. And now we can pay that bill and we can keep rolling from there. They got to figure out how it was on the whole time. When they come and turn it back on and it's already on and they thinking they're crazy. No, baby. My man knows how to do this stuff. Okay. Then further on down the line, can't pay that water bill on time. Again, I'm just talking about me, right? Me and Fred. Couldn't pay that water bill on time. That water gets shut off. My husband know how to go out there, pull that little iron thing up, turn the water back on. So my kids, they see this stuff happening, but again, they ain't never go without nothing. They didn't go without water. We would make that thing fun. Up, the lights off tonight. We just gonna live like the pilgrims. I was excited. Honey, we was in there with the candles on until hubby got home and turned them lights back on. So that was always sexy to me. My man he's always been, even when we were in college, he's a young guy. But it's like he knew how to, if it was a problem or something went wrong, as a young guy, he was a guy that would figure things out. He knew what to do. That was very impressive to me. I was very much impressed by how young this man was, and he was a leader from day one. So me going into a marriage with him was a no-brainer, because he's already my leader. He's already my king. He already makes sure when we decided to be boyfriend and girlfriend, I was his responsibility. He completely committed himself to me. He's a college student. I'm a college student. He has football practice. I have track practice. But his focus was still, he did that. He did school, and his focus was still on me. How could you possibly be in college and worry about a girl at the same time? It was beyond me. So that was always sexy to me, how my man was the one that just made sure that I was his priority. He knew how to take charge. He knew how to, I got it. Something go wrong. Even to this day, we're 30 years, 30, we reached 31 years being together in September. We're at 31 years. We've been married 28, but we've been together for 31 years. I don't know what that was out there. We've been together 31 years. So to this day, it amazes me how attentive my husband is to not only just me, because everybody know, if you know my husband, his wife is his priority, his family is his priority, his family in Miami is his priority, his friends is his priority. When he wants to do something, that's his priority. It's so amazing to me how he can focus on multiple things and give his attention to multiple things. Not only is he making sure that Alexia Sands is good, he's making sure that Fred Sands Ford is good. He's making sure that Alex Sands is good. He's making sure that Jalen Sands is good. I mean, any of them children call and tell him, Daddy, this what happened. What do you think I should do? Daddy is gonna jump to it like he's Superman and gonna go and figure out that situation for him. He's gonna figure it out and he's gonna handle it. That's sexy to me. They already know who to call. They can tell me, they can tell mama about it. They'll tell me like on the back end, but daddy is who they're calling. Daddy, I just, something just happened and da da da. Daddy gets on that phone, calls up immediately. He don't wait. He's not worried about what he's in at that point. Immediately he jumps in for the rescue, to the rescue, because that's his seed. I gotta fix that for my boy. I can tell him I messed up something and you hate to go to him about it. Be like, oh my God, I messed this up. I gotta go tell him about it. He gonna fuss, but at the same time, he got your back. He gonna fix it for you. That's my man. I'm so, and I feel so proud and so grateful and just so, oh my God, I can always count on you, husband. That's sexy to me. So, you want to think about that when you're picking a mate, or, while you're in this marriage. And not saying don't go back to your man tonight or today and be like, Alexia was on her YouTube and she was talking about, what was sexy about a man. And I don't like that you sitting around smoking weed all the time. I think you should stop. I don't like that you sitting around playing video games all the time. I think that you should stop because I don't find that sexy. Listen, don't you go and tear up your house, because that's the way you accepted your man. You accepted him that way. You decided to be with him in everything that he came with. So don't go willy-nilly and trying to change him in that sense, because he got some things about you that he wish he could change and you ain't willing to change it today. So don't go to him like that. What you do is you go to prayer, you go to God in prayer about that thing, and you write that thing down and you manifest what you're trying to do. But you don't go and insult him and say, I think you should stop today because somebody said. That's very much hurtful. That's very much insulting. I'm just saying what it looks like. To me, that's me. But it might be sexy to the next person that this man smoked weed. The fact that he knows how to smoke weed and he know all the different type of weeds and this and that, that might be sexy to them. So I'm not counting that out. That's just not my ministry. It's not my ministry. It's not what I would like. But that doesn't mean the next person doesn't see it that way. So we want to be very cognizant about, everybody has different ways of doing things and the way they think and what turns them on and what they see as sexy. So I'm not, when the disclaimer, I am not dogging out the person that loves video games, that loves smoking weed, that loves, doing whatever they do. I'm saying that is not Alexia's ministry. Alexia's here saying what she sees sexy and what she thinks is sexy. So you have your right to say what you see is sexy and what you don't see as sexy. Again, this is marriage our way. So whatever we see that's different, whatever floats your boat, we're just here conversating on what we see as sexy. So I just want you to think about those things. You know, go back and evaluate what you see as sexy. Write it down. What's sexy that your man does, or what you would like to see. Maybe you would want more date nights. Maybe you would want more um um entertainment. Maybe you want more trips. Maybe you want spontaneous trips. That's sexy. I thought it was sexy one time with my husband for my birthday. Or was it my birthday? No, it was June. I don't know when it was, but I thought I was going to Florida, and my husband booked a trip to Cancun. Beyond me, but that was like everything to me. I'm always grateful. I'm grateful for the little things that my husband do for me. It can be small, tiny, minute things. And that's sexy because he thought about me. The fact that he thought about me and he knows that's something that I love. That little small thing was sexy, right? So pull out those things. You know, this is the spice that you need in your relationship. Find some different things that you like to do, and think about what you could do even as a woman to be sexy to your man. Because, you know, he don't just want to see you sexy in the bedroom. He want to see your sexiness in handling things and doing different things, spontaneous, just regularly, right? So think about those things, write them down. We'll come back to you later. If you want to inbox me, you want to call me, don't call me, inbox me and tell me how it worked out for you. Tell me how it worked out for you, because I want to know. You know, if I get your juices to flowing and thinking, I won. This is what I'm here for. This is what this platform is for, to get you to thinking differently about certain things that you probably would have never thought about, right? All right. So I'm done. It's Friday. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be a blessing to somebody. Bless somebody if you can. I mean, even if it's with words, you never know what your words will do for a person. You never know how you can stop somebody from doing something crazy to themselves, or just giving up, or being depressed. Sometimes your words, not just what you can um, give them personally or money wise, sometimes your words can bless a person. So be that for somebody today. Okay? Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I love you guys. I'll see you guys Monday. Follow me on YouTube, Marriage Our Way, and on Facebook. Love you guys.